Hello everyone, and welcome to this journey. Take a moment, relax, and just listen carefully. Because what I am about to say right now can truly change the way you look at learning English. First, I want to say something very important. Not complicated, not difficult. Just one simple commitment. Give me 100 days. Yes, just 100 days. Stay with me, follow my videos seriously. Listen carefully, repeat honestly, and practice daily. And if you do that, I promise you something very powerful. You will start speaking English confidently. Yes, confidently. Not perfect English, not advanced English, not difficult or fancy English, but something much more important than that. Confident English. Because let me tell you the truth. You don't need perfect grammar to speak. You don't need big vocabulary to speak. You don't need to sound like a native speaker. What you really need is confidence. Confidence to speak, confidence to try, confidence to make mistakes, and still continue. And that is exactly what this journey is about. In the next 100 days, step by step, slowly and clearly, I will guide you, not like a teacher who makes things complicated, but like a friend who understands your struggle. We will not rush, we will not stress, we will focus on one simple thing making you comfortable with English. And I want you to trust this process. Even if you feel slow, even if you feel stuck, even if you feel like giving up sometimes, just continue. Because change is happening, even when you don't see it immediately. So from today, make a small decision. No fear, no overthinking, just learning. Say this in your mind. I am ready. I will try. I will improve. And remember, this is not just about English. This is about your confidence, your personality, your growth. So once again, give me 100 days. And I will help you build something that will stay with you for life. Let's begin this journey together. If you really want to improve, comment below what type of videos you want. Like this video so I get motivation. And if more people support, then I will bring something special. If we reach 1000 subscribers in 1 month, I will start a story-based learning series, which will make this journey fun, emotional, and powerful. My goal is simple. I don't want to make you perfect. I want to make you confident. And for that, I am only asking one thing from you. Your time. That's it. Everything I am teaching you today, I have already learned and tested. Many people have benefited from this. Now I want lakhs of people to learn this for free. And remember, age does not matter. You can be a small child, a college student, a working person, or even 40 plus. Anyone can learn English. Just follow one rule. Listen, repeat, practice. That's it. Now let's talk about the biggest question. Why can't you speak English? You understand English. You read English. You even know grammar. But still, you can't speak. Why? The answer is very simple. It is not a knowledge problem. It is a muscle problem. Yes, a muscle problem. Let me explain this slowly and very clearly. When you speak your native language, something interesting happens. Your mouth moves automatically. You don't stop and think before speaking. You don't plan every word. You don't control every movement of your tongue or lips. It just happens, naturally. You speak without effort. You speak without fear. You speak without thinking about the process. Now think about this for a moment. When you say even a simple sentence in your native language, do you ever ask yourself, how should I move my tongue? How wide should I open my mouth? Which sound should come first? No, you never think like that. And still, you speak perfectly fine. Why? Because your mouth already knows what to do. This is called muscle memory. Muscle memory means your body learns a movement so well that it can do it automatically, without conscious thinking. It is not your brain actively controlling every step. It is your muscles remembering the pattern. This happens only after repetition. The more you repeat something, the more natural it becomes. Let's understand this with a simple idea. When you were a child, you did not know how to speak your first language. You were not born with that ability. At that time, even speaking one word was difficult. But slowly, by listening again and again, by trying again and again, your mouth started learning those sounds. Your tongue learned where to go. Your lips learned how to move. Your voice learned how to flow. And after enough repetition, it became automatic. Now you don't think, you just speak. The same thing is happening with English. Right now, your brain may understand English. You may know many words. You may even understand sentences when you hear them. But your mouth is not trained yet. Your mouth is not used to making English sounds. Your tongue is not comfortable with those movements. Your lips are not familiar with that rhythm. That is why, when you try to speak, you feel stuck. It is not because you don't know English. It is because your mouth has not practiced English enough. There is a gap between your knowledge and your speaking ability. And that gap is created by lack of muscle memory. So when you try to speak, your brain knows the sentence. But your mouth is slow, confused, and untrained. That is why words don't come out smoothly. That is why you hesitate. That is why you stop in between. And that is completely normal. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not bad at English. You are just untrained. And training your mouth is much easier than you think. You don't need difficult grammar for this. You don't need complicated rules. You just need repetition. You need to speak again and again. You need to move your mouth again and again. You need to create those sounds again and again. Slowly, your muscles will learn. Slowly, your mouth will adapt. Slowly, your speaking will become natural. And one day, without even realizing it, you will start speaking automatically. Just like your native language. So understand this clearly. Your problem is not intelligence. Your problem is not memory. Your problem is not capability. Your only problem is lack of practice in the right way. And once you fix that, everything will start changing. That is why in this journey, you will not just listen. You will repeat. You will speak. You will train your mouth. Because once your muscles learn, your confidence will follow automatically. And when confidence comes, speaking becomes easy. So trust this process. Your mouth can learn, your voice can change, and your English can improve. All it needs is consistent practice. Now let's understand one important question in a simple way. What is muscle memory? Muscle memory means your body remembers movements after repeating them many times. It is a very natural process. At the beginning, when you learn something new, your brain has to control every small action. You have to think, you have to focus, and sometimes you even feel confused. But when you repeat the same action again and again, something changes. Slowly, your body starts remembering those movements. Your muscles start learning the pattern. And after some time, you no longer need to think so much. It becomes automatic. Let's understand this with some simple examples from daily life. Think about riding a bicycle. The first time you try, it feels difficult. You are not balanced. You are scared of falling. You don't know how to control the movement. Your mind is very active at that moment. You are thinking about balance, speed, direction, everything at the same time. But after practicing for a few days, something changes. You become more stable. Your body starts adjusting automatically. And after enough practice, you can ride a bicycle without even thinking. You can even talk to someone while riding. That is muscle memory. Now think about typing on a keyboard. In the beginning, you look at every key. You move slowly. You make mistakes. But after regular use, your fingers start moving on their own. You don't look at the keyboard anymore. You don't think about each letter. Your fingers already know where to go. That is muscle memory. Now think about writing with a pen. When you first learned how to write, it was not easy. Your hand was not steady. Your letters were not clear. But with practice, your writing improved. Now you don't think about how to write each letter. Your hand moves automatically. That is muscle memory. Now connect this idea with speaking. Speaking is also a physical activity. It is not only about your brain. It also involves your tongue, your lips, your jaw, and your voice. All of these are muscles. And just like any other skill, these muscles also need training. In your native language, you have already done the training. You have repeated those sounds thousands of times. That is why your speech is smooth and natural. But in English, this repetition has not happened enough. That is why it feels difficult. At first, when you try to speak English, it will feel uncomfortable. Your mouth will not move easily. Your pronunciation may feel strange. You may pause again and again. This is the same stage as learning to ride a bicycle for the first time. It is normal. But if you keep practicing, your muscles will start learning. Your mouth will become more flexible. Your tongue will understand where to go. Your speech will become clearer. And then, one day, you will notice something important. You are speaking without thinking too much. Words are coming out more easily. Your speed is improving. Your confidence is increasing. This is the power of muscle memory. So do not worry if it feels hard in the beginning. Every new skill feels difficult at first. But with repetition, it becomes easier. With consistency, it becomes natural. And with time, it becomes automatic. This is exactly how you will learn to speak English. Not by pressure, not by fear, but by simple, repeated practice. So trust this process. Because your body is designed to learn. And once your muscles remember, speaking will no longer feel like a struggle. It will feel natural. Now apply this idea to English. Everything we just understood about muscle memory. This is exactly what is happening with you right now. You are not able to speak English easily. Not because you are weak. Not because you are slow. And definitely not because you cannot learn. The real reason is very simple. Your mouth muscles are not trained for English yet. Take a moment and think about it honestly. You already have some knowledge of English. You understand many words. You can read sentences. Sometimes, you even understand videos or conversations. So clearly, your brain is learning. Your brain is not the problem. But when it comes to speaking, something stops you. You hesitate. You pause. You feel stuck between words. Why does this happen? Because there is a gap. A gap between what your brain knows and what your mouth can actually produce. Your brain has information, but your mouth does not have enough practice. You have knowledge inside your mind, but your muscles have not been trained to express that knowledge. So the problem is not learning. The problem is execution. Let's make it very clear and simple. You have brain knowledge. You understand English. You recognize words. You know basic grammar. You can even form sentences in your mind. But at the same time, you have no strong mouth practice. You have not spoken enough. You have not repeated enough. You have not trained your mouth to create those sounds again and again. And because of that, your speaking feels slow and uncomfortable. It feels like your mind is ready, but your mouth is not cooperating. This creates frustration. You may think, I know this, but I cannot say it. And that feeling can reduce your confidence. But now you understand the truth. This is not a permanent problem. This is a training problem. And any training problem can be solved. You don't need more theory. You don't need to memorize hundreds of rules. You need one simple thing. Practice that involves your voice. Practice that involves your mouth. Practice where you actually speak. Because only speaking can train your muscles. Only repetition can build the connection between your brain and your mouth. The more you speak, the more your muscles learn. The more your muscles learn, the more natural your speech becomes. And slowly, that gap between your brain and your mouth will start closing. At first, it will feel slow. Then it will feel better. And after some time, it will feel natural. So from now on, change your focus. Don't just try to understand English. Start training your mouth to speak English. Because once your mouth is trained, your knowledge will finally come out clearly. And that is the moment when real confidence begins. Now let me prove something to you, logically. I don't want you to just believe me. I want you to understand this clearly in your own mind. So think about your childhood for a moment. When you were a child, when you were just starting to speak, did you know grammar? No. Did you study tenses? No. Did you read books to learn your first language? No. You didn't go through rules. You didn't memorize structures. You didn't sit with a notebook and learn step by step. And still, something amazing happened. You learned your first language. You learned how to speak. You learned how to express yourself. You learned how to communicate with people around you. Now the question is, how? How did you do it? The process was very simple. First, you listened. You listened to people around you every day. You heard the same words again and again. You heard the same sounds again and again. Even when you didn't understand everything, your brain was still observing, still absorbing. Then, you started repeating. At first, maybe only a few words. Maybe not clear. Maybe not correct. But you tried. Again and again. Slowly, your pronunciation improved. Slowly, your confidence increased. And then, you started using it daily. You spoke with your family. You spoke with friends. You used the language in real life situations. You made mistakes. Many mistakes. But nobody stopped you. Nobody said, first learn grammar, then speak. You learned while speaking. And because of that continuous use, that language became a natural part of you. Now think about this carefully. If you could learn one language in this way, without pressure, without fear, without complex rules, then why do you think you cannot learn English? The process is the same. The method is the same. The only difference is, now you are overthinking. Now you are afraid of mistakes. Now you are waiting to become perfect before speaking. But that is not how learning works. Learning happens through action, through listening, through repeating, through using the language again and again. So logically, there is no doubt. If your brain was capable of learning one language, it is absolutely capable of learning another. There is no special talent required. There is no age limit. There is no fixed ability. This is a skill, and any skill can be learned with the right method and consistent practice. So remove this doubt from your mind completely. You can learn English. Not maybe, not sometimes. You can learn it 100%, without any doubt. And this time, you will learn it in a smarter way. You will not just understand it, you will actually speak it. Because now you know the process. And once you follow the process, results will come. It is only a matter of time. Now let's come to the most important part. What you actually have to do. Until now, you understood the problem. You understood the reason. And you understood the logic behind learning. Now it's time to take action. And the best part is, the method is very simple. You don't need complicated rules. You don't need heavy grammar. You don't need long study hours. You just need to follow 3 simple steps. If you follow these steps honestly and consistently, you will start seeing results. Step 1 is listening. Listen carefully, not casually, not in the background. Listen with full attention. When you listen, your brain starts understanding the sounds, the rhythm, and the flow of the language. You start noticing how words are connected. You start noticing how sentences are formed. Even if you don't understand everything, it is okay. Your brain is still learning. But remember one thing, there is a big difference between hearing and listening. Hearing is passive. Listening is active. When you truly listen, you focus. You give your attention. And that is where learning begins. Step 2 is repeating. This step is very important. In fact, this is where most people make a mistake. They listen, but they don't repeat. And because of that, their speaking never improves. So from now on, change this habit. Repeat every sentence. Not in your mind. Not silently. Repeat out loud. Use your voice. Move your lips. Move your tongue. Let your mouth create the sound. At first, it may feel uncomfortable. You may feel shy. Your pronunciation may not be perfect. But that is completely fine. This is exactly how your mouth will learn. The more you repeat, the more your muscles will remember. And slowly, your speaking will become smoother. Step 3 is daily practice. Consistency is the key. You don't need to practice for hours. Even 15 to 20 minutes every day is enough. But it has to be regular. If you practice one day and then skip 3 days, your progress will slow down. But if you practice a little every day, your improvement will be continuous. Small effort, every day, creates big results. Think of it like this. You are training your muscles. And muscles grow with regular use, not with occasional effort. So make it a daily habit. Fix a time, stay consistent, and keep going. So once again, keep it simple. Listen carefully, repeat out loud, practice daily. That's all you need to do. No confusion, no overthinking. Just follow the process. And if you stay consistent with these 3 steps, you will not only understand English better, you will start speaking it naturally. Slowly at first, but surely and confidently. Now we are going to practice together. This is not just listening anymore. This is your speaking practice. So wherever you are right now, try to focus completely. If possible, speak out loud. Do not feel shy. Do not worry about anyone around you. This is your time to improve. I will say simple sentences. And after each sentence, I will give you a small pause. In that pause, you repeat. Clearly, slowly, with confidence. Let's begin. I am ready. Pause for repeat. Say it again. I am ready. One more time, with more confidence. I am ready. I can speak English. Again. I can speak English. Say it like you believe it. I can speak English. I am learning every day. Again. I am learning every day. Slow and clear. I am learning every day. I am improving. Again. I am improving. Feel the progress when you say it. I am improving. I am confident. Again. I am confident. Stronger this time. I am confident. Good. Take a small breath. Relax your mind. We will do another round. This time, try to speak a little more naturally. I am not afraid. Again. I am not afraid. Say it with calm confidence. I am not afraid. I will try again. Again. I will try again. No hesitation. I will try again. Mistakes are okay. Again. Mistakes are okay. Say it like you accept it. Mistakes are okay. I will not stop. Again. I will not stop. Say it with determination. I will not stop. Very good. Now one final round. This time, don't just repeat. Feel every sentence. Believe what you are saying. I am ready. I can speak English. I am learning every day. I am improving. I am confident. I am not afraid. I will try again. Mistakes are okay. I will not stop. Excellent. This is how you practice. Simple sentences. Clear repetition. Daily effort. The more you repeat like this, the more natural your speaking will become. Keep practicing. Now let's talk about small daily improvement. This is very important, so listen carefully. Don't try to become perfect in one day. Perfection is not the goal. Fluency is not built overnight. What you need to focus on is small progress. Tiny, consistent steps. Just improve 1% every day. Yes, 1%. It may feel small, but it adds up. Let me explain how this works. After 30 days of small, consistent effort, you will start seeing changes. You will notice that some sentences are coming out easier. You will feel more comfortable with words. You will realize that your mouth is learning the movements. After 60 days, you will feel confident. You will speak without hesitating as much. You will not worry about mistakes every time. You will start trusting yourself more. And after 100 days, if you stay consistent, you will speak without fear. You will notice that English has become natural for you. Your confidence will grow. Your voice will be stronger. Your mouth will finally follow your brain. Remember this principle. Small, daily improvement is more powerful than occasional huge efforts. Tiny steps every day build huge results over time. So focus on 1% every day. Listen, repeat, practice. And trust the process. Slowly, steadily, consistently. You will see the transformation. Your English will improve. Your confidence will grow. And you will speak without fear. And as I said before, if we reach 1000 subscribers in 1 month, I will bring a story-based series. In that series, you will learn English through story. You will enjoy the journey. You will feel connected. And learning will become fun. I am doing this for you. Because I know how it feels when you cannot speak. How it feels to stay silent. How it feels to lose confidence. And I don't want you to feel that anymore. You deserve confidence. You deserve growth. You deserve to express yourself. Just remember, listen, repeat, practice. I will see you in the next video. Keep learning, keep growing, keep speaking.